Hi everyone, welcome to Cosmic Turtles. My name is Tina, and I'm doing a full moon special here. I'm doing it ahead of time, but people can always feel the energies. The people that are sensitive, they can feel the energies of the full moon 3 days before and 3 days after. That's usually the influence of the full moon. And we got, there, I'm getting my antennas ready. We got a hunter's full moon, I do believe. We're going to do a mixture, tarot and oracle cards, and I have a few cards chosen, a few decks here chosen for it. Let's see what we got for the hunter's full moon. Ooh, we got something already. Six of Pentacles. Look at that. So I'm going to put them down on the table as well. You'll get to see all of them. Six of Pentacles. Excuse me. Six of Cups. You even saw the imagery. I'm seeing it, but just give it a second here. Smudge the area. We'll clear it. I'm doing this one pre-recorded, but if I have a chance, I'd like to do a live. I'd really like to do a live. Hopefully that's possible. And I think it can be. So we'll see what's going on, because I do have some visitors and stuff, and because I am in a new place, and so I have visitors, and so let's see what we can get going. Also, I have my tiny little crystal tree with different little tiny crystals, and it's miniature. I love it. I love miniature things. It's you could create a whole world with little things. You know, when we were young, we could do those maquettes, and you just, whether it was a landscape or anything, even better when we had Legos, we could create our own little worlds. So this is kind of like that, but this has I got it at the farmer's market today, today, and there's rose quartz, carnelian, a green adventurin, turquoise, amethyst, and clear quartz. Did I say all of them? Yep, I did, I think. And fluorite. Yes, there's fluorite in there as well. So this is a very nice, and I call it my abundance tree. And it's starting to grow, and it'll grow real big. And you'll see, this is all like pretty much all the colors of the rainbow in here. Oh, there's citron. Ooh, there's a citron in there. Or is that carnelian too? That's carnelian. So this will grow energetically. Full moon, you can charge your crystals in the full moon, you can charge your crystals in the sunlight. Certain crystals you can charge in salt, and because some crystals are minerals and you can't put them in water because they'll melt, they'll just disappear on you. Alright, Hunter's Moon. Six of Cups. So you don't want to see it right. I'm trying to keep it at an angle so it doesn't get like that, and then you can't tell what's. So I'm looking to learn how to work the lighting. This is fall time is kind of like it's a time of releasing what no longer serves you. It's a time of you're releasing because you're reflecting, so there's a little bit of introspection going on as well, because you're like, does this help me? Does that help me? Should I let that go? Should I keep that? Whatever you keep from whatever kept you the most happy. And usually it's a way of being when you had the most vitalities when you were a child. Although that's where a lot of our wounds stem from. At the same time, there was good times in there somewhere. For the most part, for most people. Some people have had it hard from the beginning. And my goodness, bless their hearts, because to take an incarnation like that, you're some strong, powerful soul that come to earth to be a teacher. Okay, you have to overcome the emotions, the residual negativity that got built up on the inside. You have to release all that. Fall is a good time for releasing all that. On the full moon, you release. On the new moon, you set your new intentions. Although there are different teachings about it, you take the one that resonates the more for you. Okay? You could look at your own moon chart as well if you'd like to. You can find websites and it tells you in what position the moon was in. Not just the position, but at what stage of the moon cycle. What cycle it was in. And that tells you a little bit about how to harness your own energies, your own power, your own, like when is the time to, it tells you a little bit more about yourself. Know thyself is the path of being able to evolve, advance. You gotta know who you are first. So I was born, and it was the last sliver of light just before it becomes a new moon. So it's the last piece of light just before it goes dark. And that's when I was born. Just a little bit of light, then it goes dark. So, and moon is associated with our emotions, and it also regulates the water worldwide on the planet in our bodies. We're made mostly of water. So when you look at, let's say for example, that last sliver just before it goes dark, it's kind of like, and then when it's new moon for me, set your intentions for me, because I had a spark of an idea, like an inspiration, and I'm an artist. So that little spark, work with that, make it your intention. Go with that. That's what it's saying. Like, don't procrastinate. Don't wait till the light comes on again. Just start moving now. And by the time the full moon comes, you've realized something, and it will come and it'll shine. It'll shine by that time. And then you can release it. So when you release it to the universe transmutes it, sends another one to you. So it's always a continuous cycle if you don't create a blockage to that flow. So when we were kids, how many adults said, "Oh, I wish I could bottle that energy." So that's our power when we're kids. We have that much energy. So if we can pull from that experience and bring it to our present moment, imagine what we could do with that. So that's the first card. I'm intuitively reading them. I know the basic meaning of each card. Those can be found anywhere online, okay? And I just chose the way, because there's 78 cards. So I was like, I want an efficient way for me, that works for me. Because each reader will have their own method, their own ways. Some will remember the whole definition and be able to make a story with each card that comes. I could do that at times. And I'm working more on channeling. And the help of the cards is like the key words. It's like if I gave you a whole bunch of key words and make a story with it. So that's how I work. Give me a whole bunch of little pieces, and I'll make something with it, because I got that creative aspect, that little bit of spark before it's to set an intention. So get to know your moon chart a little bit, maybe, or where the moon was placed when you were born. It'll give you an idea of what you have. And even the new moon, which is, like I said, I have a sliver of light just before it goes dark. Even that darkness is represented like, not dark as in the evil thing, darkness as the void, where all creations start and spark. Where all light starts is in the void, in the dark. So I'm a person that I like having those. Sit in the dark, quiet as can be, and just be and wait. But not wait, just be. And then all of a sudden, something comes. And something else. So you get to know how you operate as a physical being with this beautiful biological engineering that is our physical body, and we don't even know how to use it we don't know how to use it fully yet, but we're learning it. There's people on earth that already practice these disciplines, and they're able to use their chi, which is your main energy, your vitality. It's another way of saying your energy, and it touches with every aspect of you. Energy, that's all there is. You could call it love, because it's all loving, it's benevolent. It just is, right? So that energy, it just is. That chi. Some people have learned how to re-channel it in a certain way and come out of other energy centers. They could create heat coming out of their hand, to the point of, if they have a piece of paper, they could actually have that paper light up on fire. Or if they have like a push-pull energy, they could push things. So there's people that have learned, that are learning. It's done in private practices and kept very sacred. And there'll come a time when the rest of us in the collective will also learn how. The next card that came up is the Temperance card. Okay. So, concerning full moon energies, you are letting go of things that no longer serve you, just like the leaves in the fall in the northern hemisphere. The trees lose their leaves. They've done their cycle. They let them go. They change colors first, and then they let them go, and then they go asleep for the winter because it's cold, and that's the full introspection. It's because you're doing just like the tree. You're in the fall, you're letting go of things that no longer serve you. So that's creating open spaces within you. And yeah, you may feel empty. You may feel a little, So by the time winter comes, you're like, it's winter. That first snowfall, and well, it's pretty, but I'm still, So that's why when it snows, it's a blanket of love, and it's bringing new, gentle inspirations on how you can fill those open spaces you've made in yourself. What do you want to create with all that brand new space and energy? Do you want to pull from your old experiences where you were your authentic self? When you were all full of vitality? Do you want to pull that and replace those open spaces with something positive? And it says these cycles take time, so the Temperance card is there. Okay? We'd like to wake up tomorrow and already feel great. And yesterday we felt like crap. Like we'd like that. And there'll come a time. You will. But it's focus, patience, practice. And whichever way you practice to keep yourself balanced, stable, that is your own choosing. Because there's a variety of ways of doing it. Not everyone likes the same as everybody else. Not everybody works the same way as everybody else. Some people are morning people. Some people are more afternoon. Some people are more evening or night people. So it's get to know yourself, and then you'll know what's the best practice for you. So temperance, there's The universe aligns things for you once you set an intention. But an intention without surrender, it's not going to amount to anything. If I have a great idea today and I don't apply it and I don't nurture it, it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to grow. So these are just little advice, little things from life experience, from other people's life experiences as well. What's common in the collective. Excuse me. And it's also October, or this hunter's moon. It's a dry, cool time. It's very dry. So hydrate. Hydrate. You need that so you can keep your mental clarity, so you can keep your focus, so you don't feel so drowsy. It helps, and it also helps with flushing out toxins physically. So it helps hydrate as much as you can. And for those of you that know that you overdo things and overindulge, research how much water you would need in a day's time and just ration it out, okay? Because if you have too much water, it's not good either. Too much of a good thing is not good at all. Like, it doesn't. If I for example, if I eat too many strawberries, I will be in the bathroom and I'll have diarrhea for a while. So even though strawberries are good for you, everything in moderation as best as you can. So you're trying to reach that balance, because a lot of people are on one extreme, and then when they decide we don't want this anymore, they pass their middle and they go to the other extreme, and I don't want that either, and then they come back and it's like, oh no, I remember that, oh no, I remember that, oh, and then they end up finding their middle. And it the temperance card, we're still talking about this, it takes time to align and balance things. You see here what she's doing, she's filling like one cup. You ever do that? You're like, you have 2 cups, you got water in that one, you want to share with someone and you want to make sure they're equal, and so you're filling, is it the same? Oh no, okay, okay, there we go. So it takes a few times before you can line it up to have 2 equal cups so you can have balance. And that's what it reminds me what she's doing in a way too for this specific message. Okay. To balance things out. And when you are taking that journey, because the moon makes us reflective, right? We're doing like the moon makes us reflective. We get into our emotions are being reflected back at us. And it could be like we're reflecting on a certain time in our life. And in that time, maybe it's a sad memory, maybe it's a happy memory, maybe it's a whatever it is that you're reflecting on. Don't stay stuck there. Get what you need from it, release the rest. Get what you need from it, release the rest. Get what you need from it, release the rest. See what's next. One flip, did you see that? It just popped. I have it. I'm not letting it go. Alright. You know, when you start doing that, you start balancing yourself, keeping yourself stable. When you're keeping what you need from your past experiences and actually releasing the rest through your heart. You release through your heart. You breathe and you release that feeling itself. The icky whatever feeling, or the really heavy, and you bring it down and your throat constricts, and then you push it out of your heart. So whatever it is that you kept in the back of your mind by fear, you can bring that. It's going to hurt the throat a bit, and then don't release it through your throat, but try to bring it even lower. Surrender. You got to surrender to do that, and then push it out of your heart. That's feeling wise. That's what I've noticed. And then there's other things that were deep rooted and they're kind of keeping you stuck or down. So those you got to keep calm, stable, balance for those to be unlocked. And then don't let them come to your head. Just breathe them, because you'll recognize feelings. You don't have to remember what it is. Just release those feelings that are uncomfortable, that are just not you anymore. They were never you. It's just how you felt in those experiences. If the memory does come, it'll come in the back. Don't allow it to come in the front. Just bring it back through your heart. Those yoga movements, you could do it physically. It really, there's certain things you just naturally do it, but you could do that. You could see yourself, visualize it. Just, and when you do these things, you'll be in a time period where a lot of options, you get to see more clearly, first of all, because you're clearing out a lot of stuff that used to keep the blinders on you and you couldn't see, and now you're releasing stuff, and now you're like, I have all these opportunities available to me. So you gotta use discernment. You look at each one, see how it feels. Because some of these options are not, they're a test to see if you'll go back in an old pattern, or if you actually be fearless, courageous, determined, go forward into a new experience for yourself, okay? Or a new level, or a deeper level to something you want to learn more about, okay? Alright, so that's the middle card. A lot of options. A lot of options are available to you. Use your intuition with those options. Learn to trust that inner prompting. And sometimes there's a test with that. If you see yourself getting all confused because you're trying to figure out if it was your intuition or your mind, or just let it go. Just don't even make that decision at that moment. Let it go. Go do something else that's fun. Laughing is one of the best ones. Find things that you know will make you laugh. Do that. Watch funny videos, whatever it is. And just after you've laughed, after you've actually relaxed, then go back and see that option and see how you really feel about it. I think I had a reading in a car once. I was in my car, I was doing a reading, and I was saying, do that test. Look at a picture, whatever it was, look at a picture, but before looking at it, imagine all the scenarios when you were sad, so that you get yourself feeling that sadness. You're not going to stay there, it's just an exercise. And then look at the picture, and then write down how you feel about that picture, and then put it away. Then sit there and think of all the different things that made you happy, that made you laugh, that you were ecstatic, you were in your joy. Then look at the picture again. You'll see it differently. Write down what you see, and then compare notes. See how your feelings, your emotions, make you perceive things different than what they actually are. Alright, the next card, one came flipping out, but one had already come out. All these options that you have in front of you, one of them is an opportunity for you to gain something of value. Like a core value. You'll discover something about yourself that maybe you had forgotten. But that is truly, like, this is an inner deep thing that's going to come up in this full moon. It's going to reveal to you something that is totally valuable, and you could do something with that. So, because you're ready to actually see yourself in a different light. Because you've done all the work. And now you're seeing something that's beautiful about yourself. So you're going to receive, see, sense, feel. You're going to know. It's something that's going to be brought forward for you to integrate it. And then the last card. So once you have all this, you're going to feel empowered. You're going to be like, I know this poem is awesome. You're ready to take on the world, and be careful not to take on other people's responsibilities because they're not yours. Just stand there with what is yours. Stand your ground on what you believe in, what you hold of value, what you're passionate about. And other people will be passionate with you and they'll want you to take things on. Don't set clear boundaries. And you'll see some amazing changes around you. Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, and when you stand your ground and you make boundaries, bottom of the card, the bottom of the deck, it's a tower card. It does create tower moments. It really does. Okay, because people always seen you, they expect to see you the way you've always been. And then you're doing these things, and then you're coming out and socializing or seeing people you knew, and then you've been doing your internal work. And then they're coming at you the way they've always been, but you're seeing them differently. So it's causing somewhat of a little internal, like, why are they this way? No, that you'll soon realize they've always been that way. It's just before you didn't notice. That's why you got to stand clear with your boundaries, stand your grounds. If you always gave someone a drive and it was always out of your way, and then all of a sudden you're like, no, I'm not driving you, I'm not going that way, I'm saving on my gas, and whatever answer you give, they might get really pissed off. They might say, well, you've always been there for me, and they're going to try to guilt trip you, and that's when you stand your ground and say, look, I told you I'm saving my gas. So either you respect my decision or you find another way, because I'm not putting up with this kind of behavior and trying to guilt trip me into doing what I've always done when I don't want to do it anymore. Basically. So they'll kind of like, they won't hang out for a while. Maybe they'll come. It takes, that temperance card is still there. Let them sit with that for a while, and maybe they didn't know that they were kind of using you, or it was just convenient, or they were living with expectations everybody owes them, or whatever it is that they're going through. They're going through changes just as you're going through changes. And each person goes through changes at their own pace. And you can still love them. Family, old friends. You can still love them. You don't have to hang out with them while they're going through their changes. Because these changes, they have to be done in solitude anyway. But if they absolutely need help, like it's an emergent, that's different. But if it's the type of person that's always coming to you, that it's an emergency all the time, that's a manipulation. So you'll recognize those too. So you'll become more grounded, balanced, stable. And those that are no longer, because you've raised your vibration, if they didn't raise theirs, they're no longer meeting you at the same level. So then there's changes, and sometimes change of friendship circles. Sometimes it doesn't mean you're more than them or they're more than you, or none of that. It just means you're no longer a vibrational match. And for now, you each take your own journey, but these circles there, they go, and sometimes, they match up again, so they go. See how I'm doing it? You start off, everybody starts off, and then some go, whoops, and then some goes, whoops. So that's how we're all going. So it doesn't matter, and you can't judge another person's path because they're going at their own pace. That's where you have to have that respect with each person's individual journey. Okay. So that's what the Tower moment was about. Basically, is just use your discernment. Always practice compassionate action and use your discernment, but stand your ground and your boundaries. Love yourself more. Okay, don't give everything to everybody else. All right, let's see what else we got. see. Well, I was quoting some of Abraham Hicks things here in through this reading. I was like, I like her stuff. It's nice. It's like, I like her, and her cards are like, they really help you with your reflection time. They really help you with seeing things in the now, seeing things as they are as well. And to know what is yours and what's not, it really helps. Especially to set those boundaries, like recognizing what is yours and what isn't, basically. Let's see what we got from the Ask and It Is Given cards. Created by Abraham Hicks. Those of you that don't know her, you can find her on YouTube. She's a very funny lady. She makes me laugh. And straightforward. She's a channeler. And she's very straightforward. She really puts things into perspective. Alright, what do we got? Okay, first one. I am attracting its vibrational essence. Before I read the back, I am attracting its vibrational essence. And this reminds me of like attracts like. So if you set your internal magnet, that's what I call it, your internal magnet, to a certain frequency, which means you have a certain state of mind and a continuous type of emotion going through at the same time. State of mind, emotion, state of mind, those are like symbiotic. And you can change the different symbiotic, and it makes all kinds of different states of being. So state of mind and emotions, so your heart and your mind, when they're going in a certain way, you'll attract others that are also feeling and thinking that way. Okay, just let's see what she says in the back. You can allow it or not, but the basis of your world is well-being. The law of attraction says that which is like unto itself is drawn. See? Like attracts like. And so the essence of whatever you give your attention to is unfolding in your experience. If I put my attention on drama, day in, day out, day in, day out, and for humans, it takes 7 days to create a habit. So if I am attracted and always seeking out drama, I will eventually create drama in my own life, and then I'll suffer the effects of drama. If I seek, your natural way of being is well-being. So if I think and feel well-being, ease, relaxation, peace of mind, peace inside, clarity of mind. If I seek these things day in, day out, day in, day out, because it's a practice, then I'll start attracting that kind of energy, people, places, situations. 2 people can go to the grocery store. One is vibrating at one level, the other one is vibrating. One is vibrating drama, the other one is vibrating well-being. These 2 people go get their groceries. One goes to the teller, the drama one. She has a horrid experience with the grocery person, the cashier. Horrid experience. It's like the items she got is wrongly priced. And they got the same things, but oddly enough, her experience with that cashier is set, and it was drama. Now, the other person that got their items and came to the same cashier will have a totally different experience. And the one that has well-being, maybe because the universe likes to divinely synchronize things so everybody's a winner. More than likely, if you really observe a dynamic like that, more than likely the drama person will have done their groceries and they've already went through the cashier, and the cashier is now upset and frustrated, and she's trying to shake it off because there's more customers coming through. By the time she gets to you and you're exerting that well-being, by the time you get there, she's already releasing, she's already feeling your presence, your essence. You're helping her by having that well-being, and by the time you get there, you have a wonderful experience with her. See how that works? And that's coherence without being conscious of it. You could do conscious coherence exercises, or a lot of times, just because you're practicing the well-being within you, you're going to radiate and shine that. It's going to affect everybody in your environment that you encounter. That's just how it works. So, therefore, there's nothing that you cannot be, do, or have. This is law. It is a law of the universe. That you like attracts like. So that's a message, and it comes in and brings into this reading as well. Next card. What if Source were standing in my physical shoes? Ha 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 ha. What if the source of life, what if the divine, the universe, was standing in your physical shoes? This is the perspective of the universe. This is the perspective of the divine. It is not your job to make something happen. Your job is to simply determine what you want. If we were standing in your physical shoes, our attention would be upon bringing ourselves into alignment with the desires and preferences that we have launched. We would cautiously feel our way into alignment. I'm not explaining this one. This one's for you to discover. You can pause it to think about it, or go back and listen to it again. It's up to you. And really sit with it. See what comes up. Okay, the next one. When my desires and beliefs are a vibrational match. When my desires and beliefs are a vibrational match. That which is like unto itself is drawn. Like attracts like. So the vibration of your being must match the vibration of your desire. Another way of saying that is, your desires and your beliefs must be a vibrational match in order for you to receive that which you desire. You get to decipher this one as well for yourself. Let's get a divine abundance one to bring it all together. All right. We were talking about letting go of things. It's the fall. There's detachment. It says detachment. It says with detachment, you finally feel whole inside, with or without the fulfillment of a particular desire. Ironically, that's often when it's fulfilled. Sometimes you want something so much, it gets further and further and further away from you because you're wanting it. When you're in the seat of want, you're telling the universe, I can't have it because I don't have it yet. When you match your vibrational being to your desires. Like, you're imagining and visualizing how it would feel when you have it. Okay? But then you gotta let that go and go on to doing something else. Go clean your room. So you do something benign. Do something that you're just on automatic, not thinking about it. Totally forgot about it. And you're practicing the art of detachment. There's an old saying. Let's say you have a bird in a cage, and you love that bird so much. But then you go and you open the cage, and it says, let that bird go. Give it its freedom. And if it comes back, it's yours. So basically, all your thoughts are like little birds. All your desires, your thoughts, what you're like, you're in the asking seat, and then you have to sit in the receiving seat. So when you're doing that shift, you're letting go of that bird. The bird with the messenger, it's going to the divine with it. And then you're sitting in a receiving seat, and you practice patience. But at the same time, you imagine how it would feel, right? Best feelings of everything that's available to you. And then guess what? That bird comes back with a message. And it's yours. It belongs to you. Then you're fighting everybody off because it's yours. I'm playing around with that, but card readings are subjective. They're for entertainment purposes only. Disclaimer. However, if it resonates, that's awesome. If it doesn't, that's awesome too, because you get to have fun throwing it out the window. Okay, so it's all up to you. It's just a guide. This is just guidance. These things, guidance, advice. It's not telling anybody what to do. I mean, it may sound like it is, but it's always your own free will to choose if you'll take it, if it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, you have the choice to have fun throwing it out the window. So you can have fun either way. It doesn't have to be an unpleasant experience. So, detachment. See? Detachment. So this has been your reading collective. Thank you so much. And thank you to the new subscribers. I try to make it a point once a week to go and look at the comments, because I used to get notifications on my cell phone when I got a message, but then phone got an update or something, and then I don't get the notifications. So I'll try. I make it a point once a week. I'll go and look at the past readings and see like if anybody put any comments, and then I can put little hearts, and so you know that I read your comments and or answer or something. And for those of you that are requesting readings, just email me. See if we can arrange a schedule or something. And I haven't done my price list yet. I still have to think about that. On Facebook, it's Tina Loves Life, but and it's Cosmic Turtles, and it is my face. I think I have bangs. I have shorter bangs, darker hair, but it's still the same smile, same Tina Loves Life or Cosmic Turtles, because Cosmic Turtles is my page. That's where I have the price list. It's $150, $75. I have to work on that this week. Actually, this is the full moon. Yes, it's part of my full moon manifest, because I'm pre-recording. So yes, I'm gonna get this organized, and then I write that down actually, and then we'll get it. It'll be available for personal readings. I do videos and I send it to you. It is private links, totally private. You're the only one that sees it through your email. So I do it specifically through email. Alright, so this has been a pleasure, and happy full moon, everybody. Enjoy releasing and then filling it up with good things and making new manifestations happen in your life. Be all blessed. This is Tina from Cosmic Turtles. We'll see you next time.